The sterile white walls of the hospital whispered secrets only the dead could tell. Tete Teke Gonsei, his heart heavy with apprehension, lay in his bed, the thin sheets offering little comfort. Tomorrow, the surgeon would attempt to mend his shattered leg, a cruel twist of fate from a motorcycle accident. As the night deepened, a strange unease crept over him. The usual hospital sounds, the beeping of monitors, the hushed murmurs of nurses faded into an unsettling silence. His call button, a lifeline to the world outside his room, remained unanswered. A chill, sharper than the air conditioning, snaked down his spine. He was alone. The silence became a living entity pressing in on him, suffocating him with its intensity. He tried to call out, but his voice seemed lost in the oppressive stillness, the fear clawing at his throat. Time lost all meaning as he drifted in and out of a restless sleep, haunted by the oppressive silence. Dawn never seemed to come. When the first rays of sunlight finally pierced the darkness, it revealed an empty room, the bedsheets cold and undisturbed. Tete Teke Gonsei had vanished. Panic rippled through the hospital. Whispers of the missing patient travelled from room to room, carried on the breath of fear. Nurses, their faces etched with worry, searched every room, every corridor. Where could he be? It was as if he had disappeared into thin air. Security cameras offered no clues, their unblinking eyes somehow missing the moment he vanished. Days bled into weeks, the mystery deepening with each passing hour. The police were called in, their faces grim, their questions sharp and probing. Had anyone seen anything unusual, any suspicious individuals lurking about? But the hospital staff, their faces pale with fear, could offer no answers. The investigation hit a dead end. The hospital, once a beacon of hope, now stood as a silent sentinel to a chilling mystery. The unanswered questions echoed through the empty corridors, their whispers lost in the labyrinthine halls. Was Tete Teke Gonsei still alive, trapped somewhere within the hospital walls, or had something more sinister befallen him? Weeks later, a maintenance worker, his ladder creaking precariously, made a gruesome discovery. Hidden within the shadows of the ceiling, concealed behind a loose panel, lay the body of Tete Teke Gonsei. His eyes stared vacantly at the cold, unforgiving concrete, his skin an unnatural, deathly pallor. The medical examiner's report sent a chill down the spines of even the most hardened detectives. Tete Teke hadn't died from his injuries or any natural causes. His body bore strange marks, thin, precise incisions that spoke of a cold, calculated cruelty. Someone had gone to great lengths to hide his body, to erase any trace of their heinous act. The hospital, already shrouded in fear, now reeled in terror. Who was this monster in their midst? Were they safe within these walls that had once offered sanctuary? The questions hung heavy in the air, unanswered, echoing the silent screams of a man who had met an unspeakable end. Months later, in a different hospital miles away, a sense of unease settled over the staff. Sandil Sibaya, admitted for a broken femur, became the subject of hushed whispers and furtive glances. His case, though seemingly ordinary, triggered a chilling sense of déjà vu. The whispers intensified when Sandila, like Tete Teke before him, vanished without a trace. His disappearance, as sudden and inexplicable as the first, sent shockwaves through the hospital. Nurses recounted their last interactions with him, their voices laced with fear and disbelief. He had been there 1 minute, his laughter echoing down the hall, and gone the next. The search began, frantic and desperate, mirroring the earlier investigation. Every room, every nook and cranny were meticulously examined. Security footage was scrutinized, but again the cameras seemed to have failed at the crucial moment. Sandil Sibaya had simply vanished, his disappearance as baffling and terrifying as the first. Days turned into nights as the search for Sandil Sibaya continued. The hospital, once a place of healing, transformed into a prison of fear. Patients, their faces pale and drawn, clung to their loved ones, their eyes darting nervously around the room. The staff, their faces etched with worry, performed their duties with a forced efficiency, their minds consumed by the mystery that haunted their every move. The police, their faces grim, arrived, their presence a stark reminder of the horrors that had unfolded in the other hospital. They questioned the staff, their inquiries sharp, probing for any inconsistencies, any clues that might lead them to Sandil. But their efforts proved futile. The hospital remained tight-lipped, its walls holding onto their secrets. The weight of the unknown pressed down on everyone with its intensity. The silence of the missing man was deafening, his absence a constant reminder of the unseen danger that lurked within the hospital walls. Where was Sandil Sibaya? Was he alive, trapped somewhere in this labyrinth of corridors and rooms, or had he met the same grim fate as Tete Teke Konsi? The answer, when it came, was as chilling as it was unexpected. A maintenance worker, drawn by a strange smell emanating from the ceiling, made a horrifying discovery. Hidden above the tiles, concealed from view, lay the body of Sandil Sibaya. His eyes, wide with terror, stared vacantly into the darkness, his body bearing the same strange, precise incisions as Tete Teke. The similarities between the two cases were too striking to ignore. Both men, admitted to different hospitals miles apart, had vanished without a trace, their disappearances shrouded in an eerie silence. Both had been found in the same chilling manner, their bodies hidden in the ceilings, marked with the same macabre precision. Two hospitals, two disappearances, two bodies hidden in plain sight. The chilling truth was undeniable. A predator lurked among them, a phantom preying on the vulnerable, their methods as calculated as they were terrifying. The question was no longer who, but when and where would they strike again?